This is, as a general concept, evasion in my system is seen. If you're talking about evading the head, seen ho, evade the head. So I'm not using my footwork right now. I'm using just turning my head. But I'm looking at him. Well, what I'm just doing is, this is the line, right? Just take your head off the line. Just take your head off the line. And you want to do it by the smallest fraction possible. In other words, when he goes here, some people go, I scrape my ear. And I say, good. If he goes jab, and I slip to the outside, well, Frank, you really got it. Right? But again, if he does kind of like scrape my ear, I did it perfect, right? Slow that up. If he does kind of scrape my ear, it's okay. The way it's good, because I know that I'm close enough. Make sure she can see me. Nose to nose, that's a center line. Right? That's another center line, because remember there's a center line in the middle of him, but then there's a line between us. Okay, so the thing about the center line coming straight down, the punch is going straight, he's going straight for like my nose. So, if he's orthodox, throwing a left jab, when I go this way, it's the outside of his punch. When I go this way, it's the inside of his punch. So I can go this way, I can go this way, right? I can't like front tuck over him and like get over the top of the punch, but I can definitely get underneath the punch. So, even if I'm standing here, I can always go, oh, 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 right? If I'm in my orthodox stance, slip to the inside, slip to the outside, slip to the inside, duck, okay? Now again, don't do this. I'm not looking, I'm not looking, I'm not looking. No, I'm still looking, duck. And of course, if I'm southpaw, same thing. I go to the outside of the punch, I go to the inside of the punch, I go underneath the punch. Orthodox jab, it's a left, so if I go to my right, it's the outside. If I go to my left, it's the inside, and I can go straight underneath. He can punch over my head as much as he wants. So, again, outside, inside, down. Okay, with gloves on, we can do it as a little more of a live drill, but for today, I'm just introducing concepts. Outside, inside. You can do this a little bit if you want to have a little bit of gloves on. I'm not trying to. Okay, now do it from standing. We're in the bar, and I just walk up and go, I'm going to punch you. I'm going to punch you. I'm going to punch you. Right? Do it from southpaw, exactly. He's like, I don't know about the southpaw thing.
So you jump that way.
Exactly. Okay? So, one side, other side, down. Work on the slip. If the jab comes, just roll your shoulder in. You'll feel it go over your neck. If I jab at him, he rolls in. If he jabs at me, I roll in. I jab at him, he rolls in. Remember, jab. Good. You touch me. If I don't do anything, you should touch me. Not kill me, but touch me. So I have my parry. My parry can be with my palm, or it can be with my arm. He goes jab, slip. Slip. I have my parry, forearm, slip. I can also slip to the inside. Slip to the inside. And also slip underneath, I need duck. Okay? And duck underneath. So once again, palm, forearm, just head slip. Head slip, slip to the inside, slip underneath. Outside.
Go.
Next thing we want to talk about is seam toe, which is move the head. Okay? Now, seam by itself is the concept of evasion, right? But we have different kinds of evasion. Right now, if you're looking at my feet, I'm not moving my feet, I'm just moving my head. So sometimes you don't have that much time to think about it, you just want to get your head out of the way. Right? If I go jab at him, and he doesn't have much time to think, and he thinks it's like one of those really hard penetrating jabs, he slips. Now the problem is though, he's still kind of in front of me, so I can hit him again. So he's got to be ready to. And the way that seam toe, which means evasion with your head, is you're taking your head off that center line, right? I'm punching down that center line, and he goes to one side of the center line first, and then to the other side of the center line. By taking my head off the center line, and I go back to the center line to draw him so that I get off. In other words, I'm not just randomly doing something. I slip, come back to make him do that. In other words, here I'm not really moving. So he goes jab, and I'm slipping off, and cross, I'm slipping off. You can see that there's still space, and when there's space, you can see me and you can readjust. So I slip, slip. It's still better than getting hit, especially with the punches. Remember I said of all the ging, of all the powers that we have in my system, the Chun Ging, the penetrating power, the punch, not punching here but punching there. Not punching there but punching there is very important. So it's important to just get out of the way. I slip. When he crosses, I slip. Okay? Now remember terminology-wise, because we have to keep concepts well defined. Remember, because unfortunately this is Jiao and this is Shuai, when we go blah, it gets confusing. So remember that when I say slip, my feet are not moving, just my head. And remember something, I'm still upright. I'm never going to do this. Right? I'm never going to turn away. No, I'm moving out of the way with my head, out of the way. And all I'm doing, again, if we keep Kung Fu concepts in mind, there is that center line, that line from his nose to my nose, which is where his punch is coming from. And in order to slip it, what I do is I take my head off that line. Whether I go to the outside or I go to the inside. Remember with the stuff on the floor, the lines on the floor? Go back and look at that. All I'm doing is move my head off the line. Move my head off the line. It's a very actually small movement. It's not a big movement. Right? I'm not doing this. And I'm not going back because it gives him an opportunity to see me, right? And follow up. Yeah, exactly. In other words, if you went jab and I went like this, nothing stopping you from following me up. Whereas if you go jab and I'm here, it's harder for you to follow up, right? And if you try to come across your own center line, it's easier for me to slip. And now look at the position I'm in, right? You guys don't know, like I'll take it down, I'm going to hit you. There's a million things I can do from here. One, two. You're a deer in the headlights.
Didn't give a good crowd.
Yeah, we